Yo, I just want to start this off by saying that I have nothing bad to say about anybody. I have good will and intentions towards everybody, and I want everybody to prosper. I'm not trying to make videos to talk shit about people in a negative way because that's not what I'm about. But I just came across this video, and it looked like a video. It's on YouTube, and it had me in it, and it was talking about my story, and it was wrong. It was wrong, and I think I meant to address this a while ago, but I had so much going on, I didn't address it. But somebody made a video about how the fall of Makonnen, and they mentioned me about how I got fired from my management position because I asked OVO for some millions of dollars or some weird shit like that. Like, that's not what happened. And I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to lie. I'm in a comfortable position. Before I was working on the Makonnen project, I was in a comfortable position financially. If you look at the footage, Makonnen was always getting chauffeured around in Range Rovers, BMWs. I've been doing well for myself. That's all I'll say. So I've never really been in a struggle position my whole life. I've been fortunate. My parents both had jobs, went to college and did shit like that. So I've been in a good situation. Although I've lived in some rough neighborhoods, I've never been in a struggle position in my life. So in no way do I need to get online to talk bad about people for money. In no way am I looking for money. I'm just going to be clear about that. And I have no ill will towards Makonnen. So I just want to react to this video I was seeing because the information was all wrong. There was this footage I put out about 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, but I was telling the story. And people have been using that footage. And, I could have been an asshole and copyright struck your channels and got this shit taken down because y'all telling my story wrong. But I'm like, whatever, leave the shit up, whatever. But I'm going to tell my side of the story. So let's go ahead and just play this video. It was some video that was made a few months ago. Let's go ahead and put this video on the screen. It's called, the video was called Why Drake Cut Off iLoveMakonnen. So let's just start from where they started mentioning, let me move over here. Let's just start from where they started mentioning me. And I want to clarify my side of this story because this shit bogus. Even down to the beginning about how they skipped so many parts about, oh, he was just in his bedroom, and next thing they know, he's in the studio with Mike Will and Drake remixes. That shit is not how it fucking happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? We talking about years worth of work, years worth of money that I was spending, capital I was raising. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy how a motherfucker can get famous and just tell some bullshit story and people will run with it. But let me just play this shit. So I'm like, wow. And then they try to make me out to be some sort of scammer. Like, I don't have to scam people for money or try to get over on people for money and lie to make money. I don't have to do that no more. I never really had to do that. I never was in a desperate situation in life. I'm just being honest. I come from an okay family. I've never been in a desperate situation where I got to snake people. So let me just go ahead and play the video.
That being said, did Drake really drop him because he was gay? Well, if you ask Makonnen's now ex-manager Presley Snipes, this guy right here, according to his side of the story, it literally is that simple.
So I wasn't even about to tell this story because it's not going to do nothing for me. It's not going to bring no money. While Makonnen got dropped from OVO, this motherfucker can't even break the top 100 charts. Nobody cares about this guy no more. This is my story. And I'm not about to let some punk motherfucker, telling my story the wrong way. He brought his gay boyfriend on tour. And he brought him to Drake's house. And that's why he got dropped. People would tell me, like, yo, dude is fruity. And I'd be like, yo, that's whatever. That's my bro, man. Leave him alone. He make music. Like, chill, bro. Like, he on his own shit. Like, why you worried about that? So we sitting inside the Drake's studio. I'm thinking to myself, why the f*** did he bring this guy with us? It just wasn't a good look for what we was trying to do. And he just... Yeah, so like I was saying in the video, imagine if your little brother, like somebody who you work with, who you looked at like a younger brother, and then people started telling you like, yo, we think he's homosexual. That's still your younger brother. You know what I'm saying? That's still your younger brother. You're not gonna like abandon your younger brother just because people think he whatever he does when he goes home. So that was the situation. Like I looked at him like a brother, like a family member. He was my little bro, and whatever I needed to do as far as spending my money and my resources. At the time, I had a big website. We were doing a lot of traffic, and when I signed him, we put him on the stage. He sent me this weird ass video, and I looked at him like a younger brother. I signed him. That was my artist, and that was the end of it. As far as the people rumors about his sexuality, I didn't care about that. I'm comfortable in my sexuality. I'm not into that lifestyle. But if he is, that's his business. It had nothing to do with the music. So let's be clear on that first.
Just fanned out. Like, oh my God, I can't believe.
So Makonnen had this boyfriend or friend that was in Atlanta. He told me about him. His name was Marcus. And Marcus passed away, by the way. Marcus had cancer or something. I don't know how Marcus died. So he had this friend named Marcus. And I had met Marcus earlier in 2014 because he brought him by this townhouse that I was renting in Lilburn, Georgia. And I used to rent townhouses for 30 days at a time. And I'd set up studios and Makonnen would come there and record the music. So one time he brought Marcus over there. And I was just like, Marcus was clearly gay. And I was just wondering, like, damn, Makonnen, like, you hang out with gay guys. Like, as a straight man, I don't hang out with gay men. So, I don't know. I was just like, whatever, bro. By this time, we were 2 years, almost 3 years in the project. I'm not about to stop working with you because I find out, oh, this guy messes with dudes. Like, as far as I know him, he was my younger brother, and he was my artist. So, all right, if that's your friend, if it helps you make good music, bring him around, you know? And then all of a sudden he brings Marcus on tour with us when we get the record deal, once Drake remixes his song and he's interested in signing Makonnen, and Makonnen ends up signing with OVO, he pulls up downtown Atlanta and picks up Marcus. And we was about to go on tour with Drake, and then all of a sudden Makonnen detours and says, I remember I had rented this BMW 5 Series and we was in Atlanta, and he tells me, go over here. And I'm like, I don't even know where we going. And he picks up Marcus, and Marcus was picking up trash on the fucking sidewalk, bro, with an orange vest on, bro. And he tells him to get in the car, and he says, you coming on tour with us. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck you bringing Marcus on tour with us for? He don't know nothing about music. This motherfucker picks up trash for a living, bro. But I think Makonnen was trying to keep it real with his homies that he had shitty jobs with. And he used to tell them, yeah, when I come up, I'm going to bring you with me. So he goes and picks this dude up off the side. He was literally working. You ever see them videos where somebody pulls up to the McDonald's drive-thru and they're like, oh, you can quit your job if you take this money right now. He literally did one of those to his friend. Like, quit your job right now. Call him and say you quit. You coming to LA with us. And I'm like, yo, you're bugging, bro. You're bugging. On top of the fact that we about to go to LA where the gangsters are at. Why are you bringing Marcus with us? If anything, we need to, you got your brother out in LA is like 6'6". We need to bring him with us. He got a tall ass brother that played basketball. I don't gotta lie about none of this shit. Makonnen got a brother that's fucking 6'7", played college basketball. But you want to bring Marcus with us to Drake's house? We were supposed to be bringing security with us. I'm starting to get mad. Let me play the video. Come on. Yo, bro, that story these motherfuckers told is foo-foo. And that's why I ain't heard from this nigga in years. Because he lied on me. He did some foo-foo ass shit. He did some foo-foo. His own brother. He had another brother that was trying to roll with us. That was on the stage with us when he got pulled off the stage. And he acting like he ain't want to. And I had to babysit his brother because he ain't want. Man, I'm telling you, bro, I don't got nothing to lie about. I ain't got nothing to lie about. I ain't broke out here trying to get a Vlad interview. I don't got nothing to lie about. Let me play this shit, bro.
I'm at Drake's house. Oh my God, this is really happening. I'm just like.
So he went to Drake's house and he was wearing Speedos and he fanned out at Drake's house and they said, yo, don't invite these boys over here no more. They weirdos. They fucking weirdos.
So then Drake look at me like, that's your man's? And then before that happened, he had got pulled off the stage for dissing Troy Ave.
And I'm telling you, his brother, his half brother was on the stage with us this day. And he was ready to fight for Makonnen. But Makonnen told him to get all the way to the back of the stage. And I ended up babysitting his brother for this whole night while he went off and hung out with with his man. I'm telling you, the story got fucked up. This shit haunts me to this day. And the only reason Makonnen is showing up in my algorithm is because it was my birthday the other day, and I was looking for a picture of me and my friend Leon who got into a bad accident. And I remember I was getting a haircut on my birthday, and we was at the barbershop. So I'm going through old hard drives, and then I stumbled on the Makonnen footage. So I uploaded some Makonnen footage on one of my channels because I'm trying to monetize that channel. I'm trying to get the watch minutes up. So I just put that old clip up there just to get my watch time up because I hadn't been uploading on that channel. So then I'm like, what's Makonnen doing? I go to his channel, see his new video. I'm like, well, good. It looked like he's doing all right. Good for him. And then now Makonnen shit is showing up in my related videos now because, you know, I check on the homie, make sure he's doing all right. I don't wish him no negative. I don't want him to be dead. I hope he's doing all right. I know he's still making money. I'm still making money off Tuesday. We'll make money off that for the rest of our lives. But this story got told wrong. Let me skip to the part. Everyone knows about this shit.
That his manager also touched on was right here. As we can see, when Makonnen was attacked on stage while performing in New York next to Slim Jimmy of Ray Shremmerd. But the rumors swirled that this was one of Troy Ave's goons he had sent out, following shade that Makonnen had thrown at him on Twitter. "Y'all are trash for them remixes," Makonnen typed on his page after the release of Troy Ave's remix of Tuesday. To which Troy then responded back, "Just know that we're gonna see about them comments when we see you. Fat
know that Drake's personal trainer was cool with Troy Ave. So that was really strike one. Strike two was you brought your boyfriend to Drake's house. That was strike two. Strike three was them tweets, them old tweets where he was talking about him in 2010 resurfaced. And then they was like, man, f this guy, man, anybody got time for this shit, man. You bring guys with speedos over my house and shit.
Now, the part of his manager's story about bringing the boyfriend over to Drake's house is yet to be confirmed, and probably never will be.
No. I can confirm this shit now. Like, I got footage on this channel where we were at Drake's house in the studio. I didn't take that footage. That was Marcus who taped that footage. It was on Marcus's phone. I still have the hard drive right here of Marcus's phone. Marcus is, like I said, Marcus passed away. But there was this, I backed up Marcus's phone. I was in charge of all the media, all the files. And I still have all the Makonnen files to this day on this hard drive. I could back up everything I'm saying. Could Makonnen back up all the shit he's saying? I could show you all the fucking emails. I have nothing to lie about. Does this look like the face of a liar? I have nothing to lie about. What do I have to lie about? Talking about this has never been confirmed. We were living at Drake's house. We had a hit with Drake. We had a number one, like, what do I gotta lie about? It's never been confirmed because I never said nothing. That's why it's never been confirmed. Y'all believe in the bullshit Makonnen tell you? That motherfucker's a liar, bro.
Why did this guy get fired?
Respectfully, I mean, he makes good music, but he's a fucking liar.
As Makonnen's manager in the first place. As we know, there are...
And the thing about me getting fired, like, I fired myself because I signed him to a dumbass agreement. That motherfucker was my artist. And had I signed him to a production deal like I was originally planning on doing before I got bad advice from people who I don't even want to say their name, then, they convinced me to be a manager. He was signed to my label. So all this getting fired shit. How are you going to fire somebody like I created that whole project? You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole project. It was I birthed that whole project. There was no Makonnen. Nobody was playing this guy's music. He wasn't hot in his bedroom. There wasn't no, Mike Will just found his videos. Nobody was checking for this guy. Nobody was checking for this guy. And I'm not saying that in a hurtful way. Nobody was looking for this guy. I spent my money promoting this guy because I knew it was weird and people like different shit. So I was putting him on my website. I don't gotta lie about shit, bro. I'll get your video taken down, bro, today. But I'll leave this bullshit up.
There are two sides to every story. And while his manager shared this video to speak his, Makonnen's is of course a little different. Things went sour when
this bullshit. Listen to this bullshit. This is the part I'm really reacting to. I made this whole video because of this bullshit ass paragraph right here. Now I'm gonna respond to this right now.
Started reaching success, and my manager started pressing OVO and them for like $1 million.
For like $1 million?
Because he had some debts.
Because I had some debts. Let me tell you about some debts that I had. The debts I had were on an American Express credit card that my father at the time had put me on as a he co-signed me, and I was able to get my own American Express card through my father, right? So that card had like a $30,000 limit, right? So every time after shit started popping and like Mike Will was flying Makonnen out to Cali to do sessions, Makonnen would be out in Cali and he would need a car to drive around. So he'd be like, yo, Prez, I'm out here fucked up. Yo, can you rent me a car? I'd be like, yeah, I got you. So I rent him a car, and I was renting cars and using that card to move around. We driving back up and forth from New York to Atlanta in my Range Rover. The air compressor's going out. It's bills. I'm spending money on the business. I'm not in debt because I'm just a broke ass nigga in debt. I'm in debt because I'm spending money on your project, bro. We have a business. It was called Sharantino Hotel LLC that I set up. And if you look it up, I'm on that. And when we started, it was Sharantino Hotel. And was it another one? No, it was Sharantino Hotel. And I started that business for you, and the business was spending money. The business was in debt. I wasn't in debt. Sharantino Hotel was in debt. So, and we were in debt through my father's credit card. So I definitely had to pay that back. On top of the fact it was going to fuck up my father's credit and mine's. And a lot of that money, a lot of that debt was accumulated from spending money on you. So don't be like, he was in debt. No, we was in debt, fuck nigga. Talking about he was in debt. I wasn't in debt, bro. I had a website, was making money, was making over 6 figures a year. I was driving a Range Rover at the time, sport, with low miles on it. I was fine. If anything, the business was in debt. And they try to put it on me like, oh, Prez is in debt. He's a broke nigga. I was never broke. You was living in that fucking doghouse with your mama on the south side. I ain't never lived on the south side. Well, nah, I lived on the south side one time. I ain't gonna talk shit about the south side or nothing like that, but because there's some nice houses on that side, but I'm just being funny, man. This is cap. This is cap. This is cap.
Like, Drake, y'all the biggest...
Things went sour when I started reaching success. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Everything was good. Everything was good, but we had bills to pay. And I didn't press OVO for no like millions of dollars. We had $1 million project on our hand, and you gave it to OVO for $75,000. And then when I asked them, and then I was only getting 20% of the $75,000 that you sold our $1 million project to OVO. We had $1 million ticket in our hand, and Drake gave it to us for free. And all we had to do was go do a deal somewhere else and collect our money. Epic wanted to give us $300,000 just for our label, Sharantino Hotel. But Mike wanted to give us he wanted to match them, but we would have been on the Air Drummers, which probably would have been a good situation because look at what happened with Ray Streamer. They blew up and made lots of money, made that song with French Montana, made millions of dollars. So it might have been a good idea to stay with Mike. Plus, it would have been the loyal thing to do because he brought us in a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even met Metro and made Tuesday, and then the Tuesday wouldn't even happen if it wasn't with Mike. So it was a total betrayal to Air Drummers, what you did. It was a total betrayal. And then we go over to Epic Records, and they was ready to give us $350,000 for that project, and you gave it to Drake and them for $75,000. So now I'm only getting 20% of $75,000, and I still got a $40,000, $50,000 credit card bill. By then, the bill was the credit card was maxed out. That I was using to support you driving up from Riverdale all the way up to Norcross to go to Tree Sound Studios. Like nobody talks about this side, about how I was the one financing this whole project. And they try to make it seem like, oh, he was just making music in his room and it was so good and Drake found it. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit ass story, bro. I was never in debt. The company was in debt. This shit gets me mad. Because this was millions of dollars that got blown. Because of this fuck nigga. And I'm not mad at him, but I'm just thinking about, I'm mad at how I fucked up the situation. I didn't have my paperwork right. And now this is what the fuck happened to my life. This is the narrative of my life now. Because I put my destiny in the hands of a fuck nigga.
Game. Give us $1 million. So?
Y'all the goddamn biggest niggas in the game. Give us $1 million. Does that even sound like me? Does that even sound like me? I can show you the email I sent to OVO where I told them I was just trying to get recouped for my project, and I would probably ask them for $50,000 to $75,000. And they laughed in my face because they're like, yo, your artist already signed to us for $75,000. Why the fuck would we give you $50,000, Prez? Because artist development. I spent $50,000 to $75,000 developing Makonnen at least. And now you don't want to recoup me? And they laughed in my face. OVO laughed in my face. And I'm not going to say Drake laughed in my face. It was his homie 40 in them. I'm not going to say in them. It was 40. 40 laughed in my face, bro, when I asked for my recoupment for that project. And he signed that $1 million project over to y'all, and we got fucking peanuts for it. And yeah, I still get the publishing from the song, but the master copyright, he signed it all over for $75,000, bro. And we literally had $350 over here on the table. Of course, the company was in debt because we spent money on your development. And then he jumped on the OVO side and act like he didn't even know me. Like, oh, Prez is crazy. I ain't asking for no $1 million. I could show y'all the email. I was just trying to recoup from the projects that I invested in. And now they're going to put me out here like, oh, I just went to OVO. Give us $1 million. I ain't never say that. I don't even speak like that. Y'all the goddamn biggest niggas in the game. That's gay. That's pause. I don't even talk like that. So it says, so I can see how I was misrepresented. You was never misrepresented by me. When you was under my management, you got the biggest song you've ever had in your career. What are you talking about? I was misrepresenting you. I was representing you. This is a lie. This is a fucking lie on my name, bro. Like this, thinking about this shit makes me want to get physical with somebody. I almost want to that's why he don't want to see me. That's why I haven't seen this guy in 12, 13 years. Because I could wake up some days like this, on a day like this, and read this, and I'll be wanting to put my hands on a motherfucker. Because this is you lying on my name. I never said this. I never said y'all the goddamn biggest niggas in the game. I can pull up the email right now and show you exactly the whole email transaction with me and 40 about how he laughed in my face. And from ever since that day, 40 looked at me like I was the enemy. Like I was trying to and then Makonnen jumped on their side. Instead of jumping on my side, like, yeah, we need to get recouped for that project. We just sold y'all for peanuts. He jumps on their side and looks at me like I ain't have nothing to do with none of this shit. Like I wasn't the original investor. Like I wasn't the one who believed in you while you was living in that fucking doghouse with shit. Your house stunk so fucking bad, I never wanted to go inside your house, nigga. Real talk. My family never been in fucked up debt. We pay our bills. My pops got good credit. That's why we was able to move around like that, because of my pops. Because he had that American Express and he gave it to me. That's why we was able to move around. Our company was in debt. We've never been in debt. My family been up. Fuck is this? This shit is a lie.
Shit, is that what my car? Shit, huh? Shit. Is that iLoveMakonnen? Is that iLoveMakonnen?
Nah, this ain't me.
I can see how I was misrepresented to them over there. And then I found out what he was saying, then he sued me and got a settlement. He still has a percentage on Tuesday, and still lives off that song.
Motherfucker, that bullshit lives off that song. Yeah, that's a little check that comes. That shit ain't doing shit. That's a little ass check. Compared to the money we supposed to be getting, that's a baby check, motherfucker. Oh, he still lives. I hope he's taking care. I've been taking care of my family. You seen me. You seen me taking care of my family from the day you met me. You seen me taking care of my family. You know my kids.
Hey, Giovanni, happy 14th birthday from iLoveMakonnen. I got you some headphones.
You know my kids. Come on, bro. Don't try to act like, oh, I hope that's what he's doing. I've been taking care. I was taking care of you. I was taking care of you. You was sleeping on my mama couch, my grandmama couch. You was sleeping on Steven's couch, bro. And I swear to God, I'm not mad. It's just, it makes me upset when my life story, my history got reduced to, I ain't say no shit like this. Y'all the goddamn biggest niggas in the game. That's gay. That's what a gay nigga would say. Pause. Like, no disrespect to gay people. That's not even something that I would utter. Y'all the goddamn biggest niggas in the game. Anybody that know me know I would never say no bitch ass shit like that. Shit get me tight thing about this story. That's why I just moved on my life. Because this shit, every time I see one of these videos and it tells the story fucked up, it gets me upset, bro. It gets me upset.
He didn't want me in that position of power. So he tried to run off. I'm about to come out the closet, press, doing your straight life. He ran off. And I never heard from that bitch boy again. And then I sued him. And I can't talk about the lawsuit, but I sued him and I never heard from him again. And the rest is history. And they dropped his ass after that.
As it stands today, it's essentially one person's word against the others. However, there was no debating, though, that
he don't got no word. This isn't an honorable guy, bro. This is someone who comes out as gay. Like, how do you even come out? Either you gay or not. Like this isn't an honorable person. This is somebody who don't even know, like, you don't believe these type of words. Oh, the best thing he ever did was make some music, bro. Like, and this is why I haven't heard from dude. This is a dishonorable dude. He don't even know himself. And that's why the music was sad. That's why they liked the music, because it was weird. It sounded like some bullshit. It had some deception in it. That's why we all liked it at the time. It was weird. It was some deceit in it. It was some grimy shit going on. And it sounded good. It worked at the moment. But nobody gives a fuck about that shit now. And I misrepresented you? I ain't never misrepresent you. You was representing good. You was on the internet all the time. You had videos coming out all the time. You had behind the scenes footage. You had another channel showing you double behind the scenes footage. Ain't nobody was misrepresenting you. I took that shit all the way to Drake. And then motherfuckers act like, who the fuck is Prez? You know what I'm saying? And I had to pick up the pieces. And I had to start a new YouTube channel that surpassed the iLoveMakonnen music channel that I'm living off of now, that pays for my family. Not Tuesday. Tuesday don't pay for take care. I don't take care of my family with Tuesday. I buy fucking Louis Vuitton and bullshit with Tuesday. I put little down payments on bullshit. Get a little fucking bullshit. Gamble. I gamble with that money. That shit don't take care of my family, bro.
Following Makonnen's initial coming out announcement in 2017, it did feel like nobody wanted to be associated with them anymore.
Nobody
Most people
did.
in the industry just turned.
Yeah, nobody wanted to fuck with that shit after that. He fucked the whole project up. I'm telling you, I'm about to find the emails that show the transaction between me and 40 and how they laughed in my face because he signed for $75,000 when we had a $3 million deal on the table. That's what really happened. I got the paperwork. I don't got to lie. There ain't no fucking two sides to the story. This is the truth. I come from the truth. I don't gotta lie about nothing. I don't gotta lie about money. This is about money. I'm not gonna lie about no fucking money. This dude isn't no trader. Look at my channel. I trade stocks. I trade futures. I trade indices and Forex and crypto. Like, I'm not some fucking idiot who go, oh, give me $1 million because y'all the biggest niggas in the game. What the fuck? This shit, this just sound like some retard shit, bro.
The other way to it. I guess they were like, I can't be around it because that will end up making them look different. Well, that was everybody except for one person. I actually met Lil Peep in person
fuck
right
all
after I
that
came.
shit. Yeah, fuck all that shit. And then he went off and kissed Lil Peep's ass and licked his boots.
This is Lil Peep new shoes. I just bought them for him. That's how clean they are, okay? I licked them.
Kissed Lil Peep's ass and licked his boots until that motherfucker died. He got a curse on him. His friend Marcus died, Lil Peep died. Everybody fucking with you, and that's the end of the story. And you tried to shit on my name. After you killed your friend, and then you was lucky enough to meet somebody like me who would invest in your fucking murdering, killing friend ass. And then the minute you came up, you tried to act like, oh, Prez who? When Fader pulled up in the city and they was ready to interview me, you're not getting interviewed, Prez. I said, go ahead, man, do your interview, bro. I've been on the news. I've been on Bill O'Reilly. I've been on the news before. I ain't thirsty to get an interview. My website, by the way, my other YouTube channel just was on Telegraph. I'm always in the news. I'm not thirsty to get an interview, but this motherfucker was thirsty. And I think the writer at the Fader, they was probably gonna give him the cover of the Fader, but he was acting like a bitch ass nigga. And I swear to God, the writer could see it. And he was like, nah, I'm not giving him the cover. And that's what happened, bro. It ain't no two sides of the story. This is the real story, bro. I come from the truth, bro. I come from the truth. I don't gotta lie about shit. I don't gotta lie about no bitch ass money. I definitely don't gotta lie about no money. Never been broke. You can ask anybody about me. Anybody, any city, that anybody that know me. Prez always about getting money. I ain't gotta lie about no fucking money. This motherfucker lying about money though. Talking about some $1 million. I ain't never asked OVO for no fucking $1 million. We didn't need to get $1 million from OVO. They gave us $1 million already when he jumped on Tuesday. How somebody give you a lottery ticket, then you give it back to them and say, nah, you can have it. Just give me $75,000. I mean, like $50,000 because I got to give my manager, 20%. Imagine somebody gives you a fucking $10 million lottery ticket and you say, nah, you can have it. Just give me $75,000 back. That's the real story. That's what the fuck he did. That's what the fuck he did. You want two sides of every story. I'm telling you, that's what the fuck happened. Let me calm down now. That's the real story. That's the real fucking, that's the conclusion. And then next thing you know, the niggas flipping burgers. And that's what happened. I'm still up. Look up my channel that surpassed that Makonnen project. Look up my new channel that surpassed that. I ain't dwelling on that shit. I'm just telling you, don't put no motherfucking salt on my name and try to say, oh, there's two sides. No, this is the real fucking story. Believe this here. This is the guy who fucking made that motherfucker a star and got him the fucking Drake and now he's flipping burgers. Believe that. I ain't flipping no burgers.